Okay, so recently Bob Plain of rifuture.org wrote a piece on how Rhode Island can take steps to try to protect net neutrality independently of the federal government. Now, specifically, this is an article based on Rhode Island and what steps Rhode Island can take, but this is widely applicable to the other states as well. So the first thing that he listed was, well, joining the other states and suing the FCC. And Rhode Island Attorney General Kilmartin has actually indicated that he is thinking of joining the lawsuit that will do precisely that. So, quoting, a growing number of states have already said they will do this, including California, Washington, Oregon, Illinois, Iowa, and Massachusetts. So, quoting the Rhode Island Attorney General, we anticipate signing on to the lawsuit and are awaiting the language of the lawsuit to properly evaluate it. So that's a good sign that there is that form of resistance going on, particularly with numerous attorney generals of these states. Now, the second option talked about in the piece is joining other states that are currently enforcing the Title II net neutrality protections, but doing this locally as opposed to on a national level. Now, as the article notes, the FCC, which is led by the GOP, and has a Republican majority. Trump appointed FCC Chair Ajit Pai, who is a former Verizon lawyer and also the vanguard of this assault of a neutral and free web, was sure to add a provision which does not allow the states to enforce net neutrality independently. Now, if you haven't been living under a rock this entire time, you cannot help but notice the sheer hypocrisy of the Republicans and their rhetoric with states' rights, essentially not allowing the states to enforce these Title II protections on the internet service providers and treating the internet as a public utility. So in this case, the Republican-led FCC is saying, no, the states are not allowed to act independently on this. We are giving the ISPs control, and you don't like it too bad. However, many states appear to be going through with this regardless, which I think is good. Because I'm going to show you a map of the U.S. By webpage EX, I think it is, that just shows the ISPs with the highest market cap per state. So, as you can see, there's essentially only a handful. It's not a situation where someone can be like, oh, I'm just going to go to Main Street and buy an internet contract with this mom and pop ISP shop that will not throttle, block, or censor websites based on their for-profit incentive. So California State Legislature Scott Wiener said in a Medium post that he was going to be introducing legislation to enforce net neutrality regardless. New York Governor Cuomo tweeted that New York will take steps to protect net neutrality as well. The third option mentioned in the piece, and it might be my favorite option that was thrown out there, is for the state to offer a publicly managed ISP that is not for profit, which this is a really interesting idea because this is essentially like a single payer, but instead for healthcare, for your internet. And I think this is a very good idea because this would be game, set, match. The ISPs would not be able to throttle or block, censor on this public internet option if it becomes a reality. And currently, I believe there are several cities that actually have something like this currently in place.